Hey guys, welcome back again to the
Come back from Halloween! And today we will be doing Bachelor in Paradise episode 10.
Let's go.
So let's get into it. Tasha and JPJ.
Episode starts. Everybody's talking about JPJ and Tasha. Pretty much telling JPJ he needs to apologize. He wasn't really thinking it would affect Tasha the way that it did. Because obviously, just a couple guys arguing.
He loves her. He doesn't want to put her through that.
Well, you put her through it, buddy, and she
Yeah.
didn't like it at all. So
You're a little psycho.
he grabs her, he talks to her, and actually went a little bit better
really
than I thought
well.
it was gonna go. Yeah, it went pretty well.
Tasha said she had like all these mixed feelings and everything, but then when they sat down, I don't know, it just seemed to go really well. So I feel like John Paul is like super loving and genuine with Tasha. I feel like he truly does care about her and he wants the best for her. He just needs to pump the brakes a little bit when other people are around. Because she asked him, like, you need to trust me. Do you trust me? Are you going to, like, let me make these decisions because I can? And whatever, blah, blah. And then it cuts to him, like,
I caught a fish! Caught a fish out of the ocean!
He's, like, wrestling around with something in the ocean. He's like, oh, I got it. I got it.
And then he's, got to put it back. Cause
And then he wants her to kiss it.
Would you kiss it if I caught one?
Hell no. That's disgusting. Clay, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I have
clearly
no
not
idea.
Angela. No, I'm kidding. Clay's dying over Angela,
Yes.
going on all these dates. He says he has no romantic feelings for her, but he wouldn't care about all these other dates that she's going on, or like how it's affecting him and Nicole and pushing away from Nicole. Nicole tries to kiss him and he just kind of gives her like a...
Or like a...
Clay, figure your shit out. So he's sitting there dying. Who comes?
No, maybe not.
Who comes?
Mr.
Somebody comes
Chase.
in.
Mr. Chase from JoJo season. He's a pretty handsome guy, just saying. But he's there for one person. It's for Angela. They met at the wedding.
He
Sounds
says
like they hit
that.
it off. Go ahead.
Wait, did they met at the wedding?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Oh.
They met at the wedding.
I don't remember.
Hit it
that
off
part.
at the wedding. And then that's why he said when he went down there, he was
that's
hoping
right.
she was there.
Yes.
And so...
He was going to make her his priority. And then he goes down there and he doesn't even waste any time talking to any of the other women like most of the people would do.
Yeah.
He just goes straight in for Angela. And his date card says, go for what you want.
No,
And
he went for it, and they totally went on a date. But, of course, while they're on a date, Clay's still freaking out, talking about how he can't see her going on dates with other guys, how it's still hard. I still thought he was into Angela. Just the way that
Everybody
he talks.
does.
Like, yeah,
You've got to
everybody
be.
does.
Everybody's questioning him like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
He's just, I don't know. But then you've got Nicole, and she's like talking shit about Angela, and Angela's, just the only thing she's trying to do is get Clay's attention, and I don't feel that way because if she did, she'd stay at the beach where they are and try to cause issues rather than going on these dates to move on.
I first thought when she came in that she was doing that. And maybe she was, but I don't think she is now.
Right. I agree. Okay, so Angela and Tasha are sitting there talking.
Wrigley's trying to say hi.
How you doing? Anyways, they're talking shit about, Angela and how she walks and the look on her face and talking about, like, Nicole's like, oh, she's been preparing this walk for months because she knew he was going to be there. And it's like, who gives a shit?
And then
If Nicole was in that position, she would have done the same thing.
I'm
Look
sure,
how aggressive she is about attention.
Yeah.
She would have done the same exact thing.
Nicole tries to like pull off the walk, and it is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. I could do a better
She's
walk.
weird.
For sure.
Isn't she awkward?
I
don't even know
haven't
where
liked
the
Nicole
walk
the whole
came
time.
from.
I'm sorry.
She's pretty
I
accurate, I
don't.
think, on the resting bitch face part.
Yeah.
But the walk is really often weird. She looks like she's like a robot or something.
I am a robot.
I feel like because Angela didn't have any of the closure that she wanted, and Clay kind of like broke up with her, didn't really give her a reason, of course she's going to want to go back to that wedding. And maybe she was practicing that walk for months because she wants to get a little bit of revenge.
Yeah.
Women are like that.
So we see all the cute couples. And then, of course, boop, cut to Blake. All lonely. Of course, he's all questioning if he should still be there, if he should go home. You know, he's obviously all upset because there's a bunch of cute couples and there's quite a few couples on the beach still. So, but then he has a bright idea.
A brilliant idea.
And he's just like, Christina's been in front of me the whole time. Why?
What?
Why would I not go after her?
Yeah.
So he
What the heck?
goes after Christina. I don't remember.
So Blake takes Christina aside, wants to talk to her. Starts telling her about how, like, they've never really given each other a fair chance and they really need to. And I don't know. She's very hesitant, but obviously, like, anybody would be in that situation with everything that Blake had put them through.
Yeah.
But she wants it.
You can tell she
bad.
does. But I believe Blake this time. I just think
I did too.
Yeah.
I did too.
I just believe him this time. I think he's gone through enough that I think he's finally realized he's doing a lot of this to himself. Or all of it. So
I feel like they all kind of do this. They kind of go back and forth until they, like, all of a sudden realize, oh, this person is, like, completely loyal to me, and then they're going to give it a shot. But they have to around a little bit first.
Yeah, pretty much.
To figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Clay and Mike sit down and they talk. Mike says he appreciates how Clay didn't freak out on him for taking his ex-girlfriend out on a date. Clay talks about how hard it is to see. Then it cuts to Angela and Chase on their date. So they kind of talk about her and Clay because Chase asks her, like, how has it been since he's been there, or you guys are there together? And she admits that it's been hard. The breakup's been hard because there wasn't any closure. He kind of left her hanging. I think a couple of days before they broke up, she said that they, like, even talked about, like, what their kids would look like together. Mm-hmm. So then it goes back to, like, Mike and Clay, and Mike just basically is telling Clay, like, listen, I really am not here to talk about Angela and I want to know about you and her, because you owe it to her to give her, like, the clarity and the closure that she needs, and you need to have a conversation with her.
Yeah. All right, so before the cocktail party starts, Chris Harrison shows up, talks with everybody like he always does. Matt tries to talk like always, and he squeaks his voice. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. And then he tries to talk again. Oh gosh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
The guy just can't talk for some reason. I don't know why.
Maybe he hasn't hit puberty. Just kidding. But he's just really worried about his mom, and that is just so weird to me.
What is my mom gonna say?
Yeah, he doesn't want to. Why are we even at Paradise then? It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Throughout the whole cocktail party, he's talking to everybody about kissing.
Because he's super awkward.
Well, yeah. But he's talking to everybody about kissing. Even Demi's like, Demi is
the greatest with her facial expressions. I love her so much.
She's pretty funny. Even Chris Harrison sits down with him and talks to him to give him a little advice.
Basically tells him, like, don't be a chicken. You got to get after it. You're in paradise. Like, what do you think happens in paradise?
And the guy is sweating. And he just got out of the water. He's so sweaty. So, of course, he goes over to JPJ and he has to give him a nice little towel rub down.
Like, oh, man, your body's so nice. Man. I could say that because I'm, like, real secure with my sexuality. He's got, like, the nicest body in paradise.
So after he gets the rub down from JPJ, of course, everybody's been talking it up. He's got to go kiss her. So he steals her. And it was a cute kiss. And I thought it was good.
He was told, though, like, he's like, oh, I'm just waiting for the right time. I'm old fashioned. I don't kiss on the first date. He has done it before, but he doesn't now. And
I think that's nice that people do that he thinks that. But if the girl's literally, like, saying, kiss me now, just do it.
He's told by everybody, though, like, don't ask her.
Yeah.
Like, just do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Find the right time or whatever and just do it. Just don't ask her. But what's he do? He ends up
pretty sure
like, can I kiss you now?
Yeah. Pretty sure he asked her.
Chris and Katie.
Cute.
Oh, I love them.
Yeah,
they've been going strong now for a little while. She says she never knows where his head's at. He sits her down and he asks her to be his girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
Finally.
And she's like, duh.
They're so cute how
they're
they're very playful though.
Yeah.
And they're funny and they crack jokes all the time and they're just a really good match, I think.
They're cute.
Yeah. So
I don't want to hit heads.
We're back.
We're back. What are we talking about?
JPJ? No, we're talking about Clay and Angela finally sit down and they have their conversation.
Thank God. And
Mind blown. Okay.
they start arguing, actually.
They're because here's the thing. They're trying to like hash out a million different differences from their relationship. So the conversation doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
There's like I don't know, it's just so weird. Like Clay says that, what she wants to do is she wants to be like a wife and a mother, and he wants more. But I don't know what that means. Like, what more do you want? Like,
He was saying, or she was farther along than he was. And then she's like, but no, how
we
can you
talked
say
about
that?
kids.
Yeah,
We
we talked
talked-
about kids, houses, like moving in together, all that different stuff. So it was a weird conversation. And then at the end, he's like, all right. And then she's like, do
They're
you
both
want to
like-
just go back to the bar?
I'm so
and they're
glad that we have this conversation.
weird.
We just have to
But-
coexist. I'm like, what? There was nothing even settled or like any closure found. So I'm not sure how all of a sudden things just started running smoothly with them dating other people. But whatever, I guess.
It must have worked because they're good now.
I know we don't see everything though, but
That's true, yeah.
Blake sits down.
With Caelynn, sucker.
Woo! He tells her that he's thinking about. Well, at first he says, "I think you're going to be annoyed with me,"
That's true.
and she says,
okay, why?
What are you talking about?" Well, I'm going to pursue Christina. And she's like, okay, I don't know where this even like started coming from.
Yeah.
And then he sits down with Christina and he says,
He tells her, why not? They've given it, or they've never fully pursued each other. So why not give it a try? And I thought he was pretty genuine about it. She was
really
super skeptical.
He seemed very different.
Yeah.
She has like all these walls up now. And so he's just asking her, like, he makes this quote. He says, you don't have to open the door, just unlock it. And I thought that was really sweet.
Oh my God.
He's not romantic, so he don't get it.
I'm sorry, I'm not very romantic. But I'm a good husband and dad.
Yes, he is.
Rose ceremony.
You guys didn't even know that you got the next American Idol right here.
Here he is.
Right here?
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay, so rose ceremony.
Yes.
Nicole's first.
Nicole Clay. Duh.
Obviously, we know who she picks. But she's so weird. She's creepy. When he gets up there, she's all, nobody that walks down those steps is going to ruin us.
Obviously, she's thinking about
Whatever.
what chick's coming down the steps next and who's going to ruin them. But
Or she just had to throw that little punch out there for Angela. But
that's
Angela's
exactly
not
what it
even
was
like,
for.
Nicole's
Yeah.
making a big deal out of nothing.
yeah. So Angela's next. She picks Chase. They went on a date. They had a good date. And, Christian picks Demi. That's obviously an easy choice.
Yeah.
Hannah, Dylan, they've got to be the strongest couple, even though...
Katie and Chris, I think, are the strong... Well, Dylan and Hannah and Katie and Chris.
Yeah. Well, Katie and Chris are next.
Yeah.
Obviously, they go. Haley and Luke. Whatever. I don't know.
It's weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
Caelynn and Connor. That was easy. Then you got Sydney and Matt.
Oh, yeah.
That was kind of easy. They had a good time, and then a whole kissing thing throughout the episode. And then we have Tayshia and JPJ.
And 2 people left.
And then
There's Blake and there's Big Mike. And Christina's the last girl left. But remember, she's still very hesitant, about the whole Blake thing.
and
She picks Mike. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
It was
I'm
really
just
Blake.
kidding. She picked Blake. Mike went home. He was all smiles and stuff, but he obviously, everybody wants to fall in love if that's what they go there for. And he said the same thing, like, everybody says how great I am and this and that. And
He says he wants somebody to tell him how to be a better man so that he can find love. That's sad.
yeah.
You're a great man.
Yeah.
If Derek's not
Go,
the next Bachelor,
Mike.
you need to be the Bachelor. M-I-K-E.
Oh,
Mike.
you so fine. You so fine.
Okay, so Christina says she picks Blake because they just gravitate towards each other. There's something that keeps pulling them back. It's kind of cute. I'm starting to feel it,
Actually-
and then you've got all the girls just talking mad shit. God.
I was talking a little shit too. Sorry.
You were?
Yeah. It's
No.
not Blake. And Christina, I still kind of think she's a beep, but
I mean, she is, but look at how much she's with.
yeah, that's true too. And
It was Dean back and forth between this,
Yeah.
and then it was Blake back and forth between this. She's always kind of been the maybe girl.
yeah.
And that's not fair.
Well,
I'd
Blake
probably be the same way
is going to make her that yes girl.
He's going to make her a priority. Did you know
She's...
that? Bet you didn't. But you do now because you're watching our recap video.
Oh, dang!
Blake's going to put her first no matter what, so we'll see if that actually happens.
Yeah.
Because in comes...
Bree.
Bree Ballin.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. I'm Bree Ballin. Yes, atta girl. Love it.
That's a good one, right? They met at Stagecoach.
No, just kidding. But they met at the wedding, and they were hitting it off at the wedding.
Okay, so Bree pretty much takes Blake right away, too, to talk.
Yep.
And they go and they sit down, and she's all, talking about the wedding, and he's all talking about the wedding, how they had fun. They really hit it off. He really enjoyed their conversations. He's been sticking around in paradise for her.
What?
We were kind of freaking out.
And over here on this side, you've got Christina freaking out.
Like, she was going to puke.
Yeah, and she's like, I thought it looked like she was crying, and she was...
It was weird, I don't know.
I think everybody was filling her head. Like, people were saying, I'm 95% sure he's going to go on this date, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and,
or she's 95% sure.
Yeah. So they finish talking. He comes back over. Of course, he grabs Christina to go talk to her.
Not right away, though. He stood there.
He did. He
stand
stood
there for a little bit like, oh, I'm just going to let her stew on it. Like, what the That's fine.
He was laughing with somebody.
I know, but then he grabs her, and then he talks to her.
Blake, I like you now, buddy. And he's
it's been up and down.
Yeah, yeah.
Round and round, back and forth this whole season. It's been crazy.
He ain't going on the date. And
he told her no.
Yeah. Well, he said before when they were talking I'm not going to go. They were talking about if a girl came down, he said, I won't go. And so, of course, Christina's like, well, let's actually see if he doesn't go. And lo and behold, he didn't go. Atta boy. Yeah. So Bree takes Matt on a date, and which is kind of funny because he just spent all this time with Sydney. Yeah, he did not hesitate. He said, for sure, let's go.
Because he doesn't kiss on the first date. Yeah, remember? And I said, I guarantee kiss on the first date. No, I said, watch. I bet he'll kiss her on the first date.
A couple minutes later, they were kissing.
Okay, so while Matt and Bree are on their date, Blake is in the confessional, and they keep kind of going back and forth. And he's like, it's almost like he's trying to convince himself that he's into Christina. Yeah, but he keeps talking about Bree and how Bree's beautiful and this and that. And sometimes he just needs to learn to shut up.
It's true.
You're digging yourself like a deeper hole, and I don't get it. But then he kind of saves himself again, and then it's all about Christina.
Yeah.
And then it was after that.
All right, so Katie and Chris are talking, and she just straight up says, what do you really want from me? And he says, a kid.
And then he says, 2 kids.
2 kids. At the same time. Twins.
She's all twins?
But
that's really cute.
Yeah, they're
and
there
was no hesitation there either. Like, he knows what he wants. I never liked him, but I do this season.
Yeah.
And now I do.
Grandpa. He's 32 years old, and he's like the grandpa of the show.
He's only 32.
Yeah. And she says, well, what if I can't give you that? And he's like, well,
I'll be back for season 7 and 8. But they're just kidding, and they just have a good time together. It's really sweet to watch.
Yeah.
So, first Dylan was talking to Connor and asked Connor, like, so you guys gonna go into the boom boom room tonight? And Connor just kind of gives him this look like, well, fuck you, I hope, And then it cuts to Caelynn and Hannah talking, and Caelynn even admits, like, hey, we're going to the boom boom room tonight. She plans to smash Connor.
Whoa.
And then she starts talking shit about Dean again. She doesn't want to live in a van. He didn't even ask you to, so why are you jumping there? Whatever.
I don't get the big deal about the van. The guy could go buy a house right now. I'm sure of it.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense why you guys are talking shit about that. Anyways, so they go to the boom boom room. They smash. The next morning they're talking, and then
Mr. No Stash shows up. Everybody's like, wait, who is that? And everybody's like, oh my God, it's Dean. It's Dean.
Caelynn's like, oh shit. I really love him.
Yeah. So obviously everybody knows what he's there for. He walks straight up to Caelynn. He says, hey, let's talk. They go talk. And
he's a smooth man, too. He's smooth.
He's pretty handsome.
He's not always good with his words.
Yeah.
But when it really counts, I feel like he is.
I thought he expressed himself really well.
Yeah.
He had a lot of time to think about it. but I thought he expressed himself really well. I didn't think they ended bad necessarily. So I think this is going to make it even harder for Caelynn to decide whether
Except
she's
he
going to be
tries
with
to
him.
reach for her hand and she doesn't.
When they
she
were
doesn't
walking
even
over
take
there,
it.
yeah. I think she did that, though, because everybody was watching him walk on the beach.
Yeah, and so then she's like, well, I know if I grab his hand, it's going to ruin
Yeah.
her and Connor, and she doesn't know exactly what she wants to do yet.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm not sure. But Dean, says at one point, like, I've always kept you at an arm's reach because for, like, self-preservation, like, going back to what I said, like, he's afraid.
Yeah.
He doesn't want, like, he wants somebody to truly accept him, and he's afraid that somebody won't. And no wonder he feels like that because Caelynn's even talking shit about a van. And then Connor's, talking about how Dean's a loser. It's like, what?
Everybody's sitting there talking to each other. Connor's literally sitting there, and they're all like, well, who do you think he's who do you think she's gonna choose? And everybody's like,
Dean, no doubt.
And Connor's literally sitting there
special.
like,
that was weird.
It was super weird. There's so many damn awkward moments like that on this show. It's unreal.
It's so fun.
Oh my God, I love it.
Anyway, so then what does Dean say to her? Dean says,
I want you to leave paradise with me today.
hit the road, Jack. With me.
Hit the road, Jack.
In my van.
Don't
No,
you
I'm kidding.
They could live down by the river. I hope everybody knows that reference. I've said
Listen.
it a couple times.
Down by the river?
Yeah. In a van down by the river.
I don't know what you mean. My bad.
It's Mr. Farley.
Oh.
The late and great.
Okay. All right, I get it. Anyways, why wouldn't you want to live down by a river, though? Don't you think it'd be peaceful?
Probably be kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah.
Put a hammock by a tree outside next to your van.
That's a good idea,
Yeah.
Mr. Covell. I like the way you think sometimes.
We live in a house. Why would you want to live in a van down by the river? I mean, the hammock would be cool, though.
So.
Tune in next week! Seriously,
And we'll
tune in
find
next
out.
week. We're going to find out what happens.
Does Caelynn leave Paradise with Dean? It's almost over anyway.
What do you
so
think?
yeah.
They're
Yes.
gone. 100% they're gone. No question.
I think so. I think Connor's all,
Bye, Felicia.
I'm really confident in what we have,
No, he's not. He ain't confident at all. He got everybody talking around him like,
Yeah.
well, it's going to be a fun one next week, guys.
Can't wait to find out.
Peace, y'all! Oh, dang.